One of the things that I find the most interesting is that niggas older than you always want to give you the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or what you should have done, or could have done, at what time. When they done fucked up their whole shit for their whole life pretty much, and they're in the worst or the same position or worse, if not worse, than you. Like, why would I take your advice when your advice led you to failure at 50? Right? That's like taking, oh yeah, here's how you get a home, and you in the same homeless shelter. Why would I listen to you? You clearly didn't make it. You clearly didn't work. Your wisdom clearly led you to where you are. And I'm younger than you, and I'm already at where you are, so I don't need your wisdom. You see, this is what people don't understand, right? If you have such skills, you have all of this, why didn't you stick with it? Maybe your dreams died because you old. I'm not saying that you can't pick it up. But instead, this is why I say these old people are vindictive. This is what I was telling my cousin, as he was switching up on me and this S.T.O.M.P nonsense. But yo, these old people are vindictive. Even no matter how old I get, I couldn't hate on the younger kids. Like it doesn't make sense. Right? You couldn't see me Gangstalking somebody like that. That's just a hateful movement. They just sit there and try to follow you, thinking they're incognito because they wearing a face mask like that's gonna cover their identity like it's fucking Superman. It's not. Niggas know who you are. You just look stupid. Like, oh, look, no face, no case type of dumb shit. Like, come on now. Like, it's like you always catch those old people that's trying to relive who they used to be, and they're not that no more, but they're in the same predicament as you. Oh, stay out the street, stay this, that, the third. So you led your whole life trying to be arrogant, this, that, the third, and now at 50, your advice for me would be, oh, be humble. When you wasn't humble a day in your life, what do you know about humility? To tell me to be humble. You still haven't learned your lesson if you're dogging somebody. Right? So it's like, this is what I say when I say philosophical dumb shit. Right? They'll sit there and be like, oh, he does the same thing every day, right? This is why I said, they'll tell you, practice makes perfect. You should fear that person who does one of the same thing every day, right? Technique and all of that stuff. Because, oh, he does. Why are you watching me every day? You're doing the same thing every day, too. If you're watching me every day while I'm doing the same thing every day, that's even more mental because you're not, unless you're just developing your stalking skills, you ain't doing nothing else. Like, am I right or am I wrong? Does it make sense? See, this is why I don't sit around too many people and I don't talk to too many people. Keep your advice to yourself. I really try not to give advice unless you ask for it. Nobody asks for your 2 cents. This is why they be leaving them little pennies on heads like laying around because they trying to force their 2 cents and stuff. Look at this, right? A person, say this person right here. You saw all those kids just now with the little devil horns up on the fingers doing the I love rock and roll symbol, whatever. Who taught them that? That old head. Look at him. Exactly. He makes my point. He just made the same exact symbol. That nigga's gonna teach those kids that same thing, no matter how old he is. Right? If he knows what that symbol means, when he's 50, is he gonna say, oh, turn to Christ? After he's been throwing up that symbol for 50 years? Now, maybe he did have an epiphany. Maybe he did come to some realization after X amount of time. But like my dude, that you, right? Oh, I had so many people. Oh, yeah, I used to have money, this, that, third. They used to be gangsters and all this. I had my crew. What happened to it? You got all that money, but they'll sit there. Oh, you can make so much money by doing this and this. They'll try to do everything to get you to sell your soul so that you can make money, so that they can be, popular or famous by association and shit. Like, nigga, don't rush the process. You had your money, and look how you handled it. You in the same predicament as me. You had more time with it, and you in the same predicament as me. And you probably ain't had nobody stopping you. You was conforming to this retardation system. So me doing it the right way, it's gonna take longer. This is what they don't understand, right? Oh yeah, you should have did this at this time. When you was 18, you would have sold your soul if you had the skill. You didn't. So you took the conformity route. You took the roughneck route, right? Thinking that it was gonna get you there fast. Don't work. This is why I say so many times I'm gonna make all of these videos, right? And then it becomes Stockholm syndrome. That's part of this Gangstalker thing, where you can't beat them, join them, right? Those people gave up, so now the old people are Gangstalkers. Like, they become the Gangstalkers in person and all of this stuff, right? This is why I said I'm going to make a video about America saying, united we stand, divided we fall. It's Stockholm Syndrome, right? Because, let's say you got all these black people that were enslaved. Now they're a part of America. They're conforming to America. They were the ones who divided you. Now, in order to preserve the nation that they made, that kept us divided, they'll tell the black people, united we stand, divided we fall, because they know if black people separate themselves from them, they may be overthrown. I'm talking about, namely, white people. See, so their America would fall. The one that was never designed for everybody or with everybody in mind. Right? Same thing with the Bible. Oh, united we stand, divided we fall. The angels united against God and fell. Or then they could say, oh, but the angels were divided, you know, the good angels and the bad angels that were the fallen angels, if that's how you want to interpret it. Right? But no, they were united against him, joined Lucifer, all united, and fell. So you were divided, you were united, and still fell. Then, unless you want to try to look at it the other way with the perception and all of that, oh, technically the angels were divided, so they fell. Not all of the angels fell. Only the ones who united against good. That's when you fell. See? This is why I say you gotta take the things everybody says, even myself, with a grain of salt. Like, right, there might be a hoe out there that tell you, you know, yeah, don't do this, that, third, you know what I'm saying? It might be good advice too. But then you gotta ask them, did you follow your own advice? Because sometimes they'll try to use the reverse psychology where they tell you to do something and it's like ingrained in you to do the opposite. Right? That's why I said I don't like being around like old people. It's not just, oh, respect your elders. No. You still gotta earn respect. Oh, I used to be this. Yeah, you used to be a gangster. And then you're telling me, oh, don't be a gangster, this, that, the third. Like, come on. You don't get respect there. It's like Mr. Car accident back there behind me. He was following me on the bus. I seen him. I be peeping over these people that be following me. They think I know whether they wearing a mask or not. Oh, I got hit by a car, this, that, the third. Cool. You see? It don't make sense. You gotta hear these. This is how much they start you. They gotta follow you into the places that you go to. They gotta be heard, so they gotta speak the loudest. You be minding your own business, and they be minding your business too. But then they'll sit there and preach. Oh yeah, you know, I be minding my. If you make everybody mind their business, it wouldn't be no. But then they'll be the main ones in the business because they want to feel relevant. I'm telling you. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. I was just reading the chapter. Envy. Matter of fact, in the Overgate, I was just reading the freaking passage. I didn't even finish the chapter. Where they just summoned the demon, and he's like arrogant, evil, greed. Hold on, let me pull it up, because I can't make it up. This is exactly what's in these people too. Look at it. Hold up. See? The demon starts talking. He's like, your soldiers, your eternal, are falling into the hands of the beast. Do not forget the resolve which you bore sin and chased the throne. So your descendants no longer suffer from disgrace. Let the blood of eternal be praised as the greatest on the continent, right? So then they say he makes his decision, we must assist him. Then the demon's starting to get summoned. Look what he says. Selfishness, anxiety, regret, despair, fear, anger. All of these old people have all of that in them. Right? This is what Kanye was talking about, new slaves. They come with all of these symptoms right here. All of these are symptoms of a mental illness. Selfishness, anxiety, regret, despair, fear, anger. Right? Unwarranted anger, mind you. This is when nobody did nothing to provoke you and you was angry all the time. That's what that is. And it says, when it says, I like all of your inferiority. I am one of the 33 lords of hell. You see, this is what I said yesterday. Oh yeah, I'm on demon time. I'm in here fighting demons. Come on, like, how you on demon time? You fighting demons. Philosophical, dumb shit. That's what old people tell you. Philosophical, dumb shit. They try to sound like because they're old they should have this wisdom. A lot of them are grown babies. They don't have the wisdom that they've just pretty much regurgitated a Nietzsche quote or some other philosophical quote from some other philosopher or something. Oh, I'm going to quote Nostradamus. I'm going to go read up on somebody else's history. Could you think of that by your own, even if you didn't have the internet? Could you think of that with your own mind, that little quote, if you didn't have the internet? If not, it don't hold no weight, really, especially if you can't practice. What's up, man? I got plenty of videos to make. Like I said, I got to do my whole sundown town. Because it's just like the movie Get Out, right? You see all of the black people who conformed and they just couldn't escape the trap, right? And you seen the condition and the mental state that they was in. Dude was sitting there smiling and crying. This is why when I was coming from work, you could see it was freshly painted on the stop sign, just smiling, right? The cult to smile, right? That's what homie put on the TV the other day, right? Oh yeah, we're gonna harass you. Just smile through it. Smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave like a fucking Madagascar penguin. I'm telling you, a lot of these adults, you gotta understand. The post I just put up yesterday, it was from 1957. That's 75 years ago. A lot of these adults in their 50s, their parents were slaves and they were raised by those same conditioned slave parents. So their mindset, the kids are traumatized just from the information that's passed down. And this is before all the technology and information, right? The spread of the information. So they in this mindset of the old school ways, all right? Oh, I'm old and set in my ways. They were lacking a lot of information. Maybe they had like basic core skills, but information was lacking. Yeah, oh yeah, you can farm in this. Yeah, you had no choice but to learn the skill because your ass was a slave. You had to do it. Right? But it's like, oh, I was like, your parents would keep so many secrets from you. Imagine the parents from before, especially if they're trying to keep their kids from knowing about the terrible past. Oh yeah, your grandparents were slaves, but okay, your parents never told you that. So you have this misconstrued perception of reality because you think in America is based on equality. It was never based on equality. We haven't even made it 100 years out of slavery. So where do you get this, right? Like I said, they'll sit there and put me on probation for slashing tires with the fear that I might do it again. Right? I did it one time. They've been doing slavery for 400 fucking years. Is it not logical to expect them to do the same thing, to have the same mindset and to raise their kids with that same mindset? Right? When you watch the video that I posted yesterday about the first black family to move into the white neighborhood, what was their reaction? This is 1957, mind you. What did he say? What was your first thought? What did you think when these people moved in? Dynamite. That's exactly what she said. Dynamite. How do you think that first black family felt? Especially if they would have heard that reaction. Right? This is 1957. Their grandparents age. Right? And then followed that, what was the next slide saying? If you want your children to learn to be educated by the same white system or whatever, education system, you want them to be oppressed. Science will tell you all of these things, right, to veer you away from God. Oh, this, that, the third. You know, we found the Higgs boson, the God particle. Who the fuck made the Higgs boson? You gonna keep on looking for something that something made. Okay, what is the Higgs boson made up of then? Since it's the God particle. Oh, but then in 20 years, they're gonna be like, oh, we found the particle that made up the God particle, and that's now the God particle. Philosophical dumb shit. That's science for you. Science don't know shit. It's just telling you how something is done as we figure it out. You never heard a scientist say, oh, our greatest thing is when we're wrong. That's the greatest discovery for us. Because they don't know. Oh, Pluto's a planet. 20 years later, oh, snap, we just discovered that Pluto wasn't a planet after discovering Pluto was a planet 20 years ago. So you mean you wasn't sure about the discovery? What you thought was a fact wasn't a fact? So it was just a thought. You had a conspiracy theory at that point. Science is pretty much conspiracy theory. What happens if they find a particle that just fucks up their whole understanding of science? Oh, shit. It's like when I go, the Bible tells you go forth and multiply, Adam and Eve, 1 plus 1. But you can make twins, so 1 plus 1 now made 4 people, because you got the twins now. Add all the people, that makes 4. Up, triplets, now you got 5. How did 1 plus 1 make 5? 1 times 1, damn sure it don't make 5. You see, so mathematics has to be controlled at that point, because your mental will start breaking down. But don't let these old heads, right? When the white dude that was in the room came who left the smoking weed, what did he leave? Math problem. But if I'd have told him that same equation, all of those math problems would have been out the window. Right? All the math and science is just to try to gain control. That's it. Oh, we got to control their understanding of it, because when something doesn't make sense, they might start thinking about it. They might start questioning things if it doesn't make sense to them. So we got to get everybody else to think the same way, because if everybody else thinks the same way, it's going to be FOMO. They're going to get it wrong just because of the fear of missing out and fall in line. Oh, snap. 1 times 1 could make 5? But everybody else said 1 times 1 was 1. I got to follow everybody else. So you never going to think, damn, Bible said go forth and multiply. 2 human beings made it so that there's 5 beings. How? You're not going to question that. Right? Don't ask. No question. Right? This is what the world is set up to be oxymoronic. Again, the world is set up to be oxymoronic. Right? It's an oxymoron. Oh yeah, this is why we come up with those bipolar ass phrases. Oh, you stupid smart. You are the smartest dumb person I ever met. It's because of that. It's set up to be bipolar or whatever type of multiple personality disease. Oh, I'm a bad bitch, but I want you to treat me good. What? But if I treat you like you bad, you're upset, but you're calling yourself a bad bitch. Oh, but don't call me out my name. This is the society we live in. Oh, I'm going to call you a nigga. I'm going to call you my nigga. But I don't want this person to call me a nigga. But this person now has a pass to say nigga even though he ain't a nigga. What? We going to take back the word. What? You sound dumb. And all you gotta do, let's say you want to follow the science, right? Because I can sit there and think of a word and break down the parts just on the way it sounds and the way that they use it. But if you actually go in the dictionary, you realize a lot of words are dumb. Like when you break it down, it's like double speech. You sit there and depression. Like, look at the word. Look at the word. Look at the accent. Fresh. It's like, I've done the video already. Press something down, you're adding weight to it. Depressed, You should be depressed if that's the case. But depression should be a good thing. They'll never say you're pressed. But what do we naturally say? Oh, I'm not pressed about this person. So if you're not pressed about this person, that means you're depressed. You are stress-free. You are weightless. If they want to keep you down, they would press down on you. So you would be pressed. But they turn your whole, because of FOMO, fear of missing out, you're not even going to think to look at that word and go, damn. You telling me I got depressant, and what do they give you? An antidepressant. So they don't want you to be depressed. Why? Because depression means to be weightless. They don't want you to be weightless. They need to weigh you down with the stresses of life. It's not natural. The natural order, this is why they're trying to get rid of it for a new world order. And the new world order is the old world order. Oh man. I don't even be planning on making these videos. Like I said, I was going to make a whole Sundown Town video and all of this Sundown State video. Then people come talking behind me to say stalkers. And you make me think. They want to be able to come around you and say whatever they want to say without you thinking twice about what they're saying. They just want you to agree and fall for the conformity, right? Glorious conformity, like the episode of the Twilight Zone that I recorded, that they flagged me for. You see? Thought police. You can't even talk about certain topics on YouTube. But you got freedom of speech. I'm telling you, bipolar ass America. Like I said. Here's the dumb shit behind science. Science is philosophical dumb shit in of itself. We don't judge anybody. We just listen. Everybody should be united, but we're going to divide everything by classification, race, gender, skill set. Everything is literally divided and grouped and categorized based on science. But no, everything should be united, right? You can't even have this is a different species of butterfly. You're doing the same thing with the human race. Okay, we're a human race, but then if you're a different race within the human race. So you're subcategorized at that point. Oh, man. Right? I'm black or African American on the job application, but I'm not just African. It's a different class of African now. That's division in and of itself. America literally, when you fill out a job application, divides you into an ethnicity. I can't put white on my shit, and then I go get to the interview, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. I'm going to be like, what? That's the same thing. Or are we divided? Right? They want to know beforehand, like, am I hiring a white person? Or am I hiring a Mexican, Hispanic? Like, or is this person Asian? Because he might be smart, right? They already divided your intelligence based on your class. And remember, niggas was the low class. That black African American category, you was like 3/5 of a vote. You expect the mindset to change overnight? Because if I go to my PO and say, oh no, I'm better, I would never slash a tire again, you think you're going to just trust me? I'm like, okay, you're on probation. No, because he doesn't expect my mindset to change overnight. Years of harassment, I reacted once. They have a hissy fit. Their panties are in a bunch. 400 years of slavery, I'm supposed to go up. We haven't even made it to a quarter of that. But they've changed. Yeah, no. Philosophical, dumb shit. And it was the previous generation who did that. So why would you take advice from them in the first? On technical things, certain techniques and skills, yeah. But just life in general, they don't have an answer either. They don't know either. Oh man. But stay tuned. I'm gonna make some other videos later. I got a lot of shit to do. I got a lot of thoughts on it too. I can make like 1 million videos right now. Oh man, just based on the dumb shit around me.